you gutted it out. Did you think you would make it to the end of an overtime game?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. It was sore, but it was what we expected. I mean, going in, we knew it was going to be a battle. Obviously, the extra 10 minutes make it bigger, a bigger battle. But no, I was confident. Once I got started, I knew I was going to be able to finish it.
How did it feel this morning?
It's sore, but again, that's what we knew. We knew it was going to be a kind of a battle of soreness for a while. So we're just going to kind of stick to the same plan. Try to get out ahead of it, get as much rehab and recovery as possible throughout the week. Same plan going forward. I think we understand that until it gets healed up, it's going to be sore, but I plan on continuing to play and try to play at a high level.
Did it slow you up at all? I mean, look at them. They get enough food.
I think there's some things that you can't do that you're used to. I think that the Friday practice was important to that, kind of feel that out ahead of time where you kind of know how your body can move and bend with it, kind of taped up and wrapped up. So we got ahead of it. We had a really good plan last week, so it's all about kind of staying ahead of it and understanding what you need to do for it.
JC, on quarterback sneaks, is it just up to the quarterback to find the crack, or are there different plays you guys actually call?
I mean, you just try to get as much movement as possible. I mean, those are just kind of battles. We got the middle linebacker jumping over the top, which kind of adds a layer to it. As offensive lineman, we try to get lower. I mean, it's a battle of pad level at that point. You're just trying to get enough push. And sometimes it's going to be an even battle, and then the quarterback has to kind of find the little crease or bounce it out outside. So it's a tough play, especially. I mean, I think based off where they aligned, they kind of knew it was coming. I mean, it's a pretty common idea of at that point having a quarterback sneak, and they mug the linebacker. As an offensive line, we got to try to get more movement there, and then whatever we do, Baker's got to try to make us right. But that was a big stop by them.
JC, in terms of the team, is there at all a worry that these close losses can breed more frustration instead of encouragement?
Well, I mean, we're not in the game or the league of moral victories. I mean, we come out here to win, and we've been frustratingly close at this point, where we've been right down to the wire, and we feel like almost every game. Obviously, the Chargers game stands out as one we didn't play near well enough to win. But other than that, we've been there in all those instances, and I don't think anybody leaves a game like that thinking, oh, at least we were close that time. We expect to win football games here. Coaching staff, management, owner, players, we all expect to win now. So we don't take anything from being close. That's not good enough. That's not what we play this game for. We play to win the football game.
How much do you attribute to the recent slew of sacks to breakdown and protection versus ball needs to come out quicker?
It's a little bit of everything. I mean, the protection unit as a whole, it's the entire offense. It's the offensive line holding up, backs and tight ends when they're involved in the protection, quarterback protecting himself, and then receivers helping us out and getting open. So it's a multitude of examples. You can't really pin it on every one. I mean, each sack's its own instance and each its own reasoning for why it occurred. So the whole unit itself needs to get better at the pass protection and protection unit, and that's everybody's job included.
A lot of fans pointing fingers at the coaching staff. Is there any sense that they've lost the locker room or they're on the verge of losing the locker room?
No. Again, like I said, we're definitely frustrated. I mean, we're frustrated because we're not winning these games. We're not frustrated to a point of fracture. We're frustrated because we're not winning, and we expect to win, and the amount of preparation, the amount of work we put in, we feel that and we want to win. So when we don't get that, outcome that we, feel like we deserve, it's frustrating. But it's not to a point where, we're turning on each other or turning on the coaches. We're all, coaches included, put a lot of work in to win football games. And when that doesn't happen, obviously we're, extremely motivated individuals, and we get angry about stuff like that.
Back to the snake, I take it Aaron Rodgers was pretty good at it. And I'm wondering, is it a question of experience?
Yeah, I mean, Aaron honestly didn't sneak that often. That wasn't really our go-to. Aaron enjoyed throwing for touchdowns more than running for touchdowns. But we didn't do it too much in Green Bay. We were very successful at it last year. But that's just something that, on a have-to-have-it play, we just need to be better. We just need to be better on that instance.
Did that ankle affect your ability to get that push on that?
No, I mean, really, you just kind of shoot your shot. You dive out and try to get as much forward push as possible. So it's really just kind of a both sides dive out. Whoever gets the most push kind of wins on that play.
Can you explain the scene on the field, specifically with the hit that Baker took in the helmet? The officials throw the flag, they pick it up. Could you just maybe peel back the curtain a little bit of what's going on the field while that's happening, and also just your reaction to that, since player safety is something that's been emphasized by the league office?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a ruling or a clarification on that call shortly from the league. Like you said, being an emphasis at this year, kind of surprising to pick that one up. You know, in players' minds, whether the quarterback's giving himself up sliding or not, you can't really launch helmet to helmet. So I don't really understand the reasoning of picking it up, saying that he was still a runner, because even if he's a runner, that play's been pretty much taken out of the game this year. So I'm sure there'll be a video or something clarifying that. But again, the chips kind of fall where they may. We have to get back up and get back going, and whether we get the call we think we should get or we don't, we have to keep the drive moving. So we can be frustrated for a second, but eventually you just have to kind of make your own luck at that point.
What's your reaction to Hugh saying he's going to be more involved in the offense? Was that even effective today?
I mean, I think he's been involved. I think he's in meetings. I'm sure he's in upstairs when the coaches break down film. But I always say it comes back to the players, and we need to start faster as players, and we got to avoid the negative plays to start games. I think you see in the second half we move the ball, we do kind of everything we need to do, but we need to start faster and kind of eliminate the negative plays, the drops, the penalties, all that stuff to start a game, because we need to get some positive momentum going early on, and we haven't got that done. But I don't think that's the coaching staff problem. That's as much a player problem as a coaching staff.
You don't see it as a preparation thing?
No, again, I mean, they're the same plays we're running, whether it's the first quarter or the third quarter. So I don't think we have a better understanding of the plays, 45 minutes into a game. You need to know what you need to be doing. We just need to execute better early on. I think we need to come out faster. That's something we as players need to handle ourselves.
Antonio kind of drove the point home yesterday that you guys aren't necessarily trying to commit penalties. Sometimes it just happens with the flow of game. Do you feel like there could be like a natural regression to this kind of thing coming?
Maybe. Again, like Joel said, sometimes I think you think of, we used to look at in Green Bay kind of physical penalties, where it just kind of, things are that going to happen, the face mask on Kevin, where you're just kind of doing your job, and stuff like that's just going to happen sometimes. The mental penalties we need to avoid, the illegal formations, the illegal shifts, false starts, that stuff that, those need to be eliminated right away, because those are things we can directly handle. Sometimes, in the process of doing your job, things are going to happen, but the things that we can handle, we need to eliminate.
Could you believe that a guy that missed an extra point and a 40-yarder at the end of regulation time would hit a 59-yard field goal?
I mean, obviously, we're hoping he wouldn't, but
Gotten the ball, like,
right, that's kind of, we're kind of hoping he gives it that try, because that puts us in great field position with about 2 minutes to go to get a few first downs and have a field goal chance of our own. I mean, he made a great kick. That's a tough one tough loss to swallow.